with a new chapter, that is human environment interactions, the tropical and the subtropical region. We'll have a look into the chapter and understand what they are trying to say as in the view of UPSC CSE exam. Renuka was excited. Shrikant uncle was home after a gap of nearly 4 months. He was a wildlife photographer and travelled widely. Renuka's interest in wildlife and forest began at the early age when her uncle introduced her to books on nature. Pictures of distant lands and people who lived there always fascinated her. So they just given interaction for environment. So human environment interaction. They are talking wildlife, human and their interaction, photography, etc. That's how Renuka was so excited. So here this shows different people from different parts of world. In these pictures, Renuka, you can see people from different parts of the world. Some from dry desert, some frozen land, some from hot wet rainforest. They look so different from me, observed Renuka. They may look different, but they share the same basic needs of life: food, clothing and shelter. So it's a basic necessity is what they are saying. They are different, but the same common point is similar food, clothing and shelter. Okay. Explained Shrikant uncle. That is said by Shrikant uncle. Their children do the same things as you probably do. Play games, quarrel sometimes, and then make up, sing, dance and help the families with various things that need to be done. They live closer to nature and very early in their lives have learned to care for nature. They learn how to catch fish and how to collect material from the forest. It's a uniqueness. So introduction they have nicely explained with a story. Now we'll see life in the Amazon basin. So how the life is there in Amazon basin. Before learning about Amazon basin, let us look at the map. So they have given a map. So this is South America. Right. If you can see, there are very less countries here. Like this is Amazon basin. It comes under Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, all these parts. So yeah, we have looked into the map. We'll see now. Notice that the tropical region lies very close to the equator. So equator is 0 degree, right? So tropical region lies close to the equator is what they are saying. Between 10 degree north and south. So 10 degree north and south. This is what is the equatorial region. Okay. Equatorial region is between 10 degree north and south. It is referred as equatorial region. The river Amazon flows through this region. Notice how it flows from the mountain to the west and reaches Atlantic Ocean. And then it reaches Atlantic Ocean. Okay. So how they are saying, see, notice how it flows from mountains. From mountain it is flowing. So there shall be one mountain here. We'll see what is that mountain. We already saw in previous chapters and it's mountains, right? To west and reaches the Atlantic Ocean to the east. In east they will reach the Atlantic Ocean. So this side. The place where a river flows into another body of water is called the river's mouth. So the river is flowing to another sea or water body, then it is called as a mouth. Okay, where it meets, that is mouth. Numerous tributaries join the Amazon river to form Amazon basin. So Amazon is one river. For that many branches or tributaries will join to form it as the Amazon basin. Okay, the river basin drains portion of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia and small parts of Venezuela. We already seen that. Right? See, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, these regions. So name the countries of basin through which the equator passes. If you see, through which the equator passes, this is the equator. So one is Ecuador. So Peru also slightly, no. Colombia, Peru, we have to check this. Brazil for sure. So now it is an assignment for you as well. So note all the countries passing through equator in South America. Okay. So climate, how the climate will be. As you now know, the Amazon stretches directly on the equator and is characterized by hot and wet climate throughout the year. It is hot and wet, either hot or wet, no kind of winter. Both day and nights are almost equally hot and humid. It will be hot and humid both night and day. Okay. The skin feels sticky, so it is humid. Skin also feels sticky. It rains almost every day, that too without much warning. The day temperature are high with very high humidity. At night the temperature goes down but the humidity remains the same. Humidity is constant. Temperature may little change, that's all. So that is the climate there. So hot, wet climate. Then we have rainforest in that region. As it rains heavily in this region, thick forest grows. The forests are in fact so thick that dense roof created by leaves and branches does not allow the sunlight to reach the ground. So they are so broad that sunlight can't even reach the ground. The ground remains dark and damp. So that's why ground is always dark and damp. Only shade tolerant vegetation may grow here. Orchards, bromeliads grow as plant parasites. So orchids and all will grow, okay. Bromeliads also. The rainforest is rich in fauna. Birds such as toucans, hummingbirds, macaw with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills for eating make them different from bird we commonly see in India. So we have unique birds like macaw and all. Macaw, hummingbird, all these things, okay. These birds also make loud sounds in the forest. Animals like monkeys, sloth, ant-eating tapirs. So tapirs will eat ant. So tapirs also is there, are found here. Various species of reptiles and snakes also thrive in these jungles. Crocodiles, snakes, pythons abound. Anaconda and boa constrictor are some of the species. Besides, the basin is home to thousands of species of insects, several species of fishes, including the flesh-eating piranha fish, is also found in river. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in variety of life found there. So, do you know? They have given one. Bromeliads are special plants that store water in their leaves. Animals like frog use these pockets of water for laying their eggs. So like eggs, even bromeliads, which are plants, you have to remember this. It's a unique feature, right? This kind of questions will be asked, special features, right? Bromeliads, they store water. It's a plant. Tapirs are found here. So people of a rainforest. People grow most of their food in small areas after clearing some trees in the forest. While men hunt and fish along the rivers, women take care of crops. They mainly grow topeka, pineapple and sweet potato. As hunting and fishing are uncertain, it is the women who keep their families alive by feeding them vegetables by what they grow. Okay. Women work on agriculture, hunting and fishing by men. So women will be feeding regularly because hunting and fishing are uncertain, right? They practice slash and burn agriculture. That means they cut the trees and then they burn it, then they do agriculture, later they shift it. So that is slash and burn agriculture. The staple food is manioc, also known as cassava. Cassava even in India we use. So cassava is a staple food there. They say manioc that grows under the ground like potato, cassava. Okay. They also eat queen ants and egg sacs. So they eat queen ants also and egg sacs. Cash crops like coffee, maize, cocoa are also grown. We know cocoa very well, right? Some from Amazon. And maize also, maize and coffee. The rainforest provide a lot of food for houses. Some families live in thatched houses shaped like bee house. There are other large apartment-like houses called maloka with a steeply slanting roof. They also have a house called as malokam, which is steeping. They have a slanting roof. Okay. Life of the people of Amazon basin is slowly changing. In the older days, the heart of the forest could be reached only by navigating the river. In 1970s, Trans-Amazon Highway made all parts of the rainforest accessible. So Trans-Amazon Highway has been built. Now it is accessible. Aircrafts and helicopters are also used for reaching various places. The indigenous population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in new areas where they continued to practice their distinctive way of living. The indigenous people have moved. Okay. The developmental activities are leading to the gradual destruction of a biologically diverse forest. It is estimated that a large area of the rainforest has been disappearing annually in Amazon basin. You can see this destruction forest as a much wider implication. The topsoil is washed away as the rain falls and lush forest turn into barren landscape. See, Amazon forest is this much so crowded, but because of slash and burn and developmental things, they are cutting down the forest. Because of which, what happens? We already read. If forests are not producing oxygen, oxygen demand will be having more and scarcity will come. And forests are the one which will absorb the carbon dioxide. If forests are cut down, excess carbon dioxide will be there. Therefore, greenhouse effect will be there. Okay, apart from that, soil erosion also will be there because we know it's an equatorial climate. Heavy rainfall will be there. It is having hot and wet climate. These are all the problems if you cut down the trees, and that is happening slowly in Amazon forest. Life in Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Now we will compare that with our basin, Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The tributaries of river Ganga and Brahmaputra together form the Ganga Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. The basin lies in the subtropical region that is situated between 10 degree north to 30 degree north. So Ganga basin is between 10 degree north to 30 degree north latitude. The tributaries of river Ganga like Gagra, the Son, the Chambal and the Gandak, the Kosi, and the tributaries of Brahmaputra drains it. Look at the atlas and find names of some tributaries of river Brahmaputra. It's an assignment again. Okay, the plains of Ganga and the Brahmaputra, the mountains and the foothills of Himalayas and the Sundarbans Delta are the main features of this basin. So we have what all we have? We have mountains. See, if you see, here is a mountains, and foothills we have a fertile soil here. Then also we have Sundarbans Delta. This is Sundarbans Delta, right? These are the features. Oxbow lakes dot the plain area. So there are oxbow lakes also. That we have learnt already. A river falls as a waterfall and then goes to be meandering, then becomes oxbow lake, right? Later deltas. Okay. The area is dominated by monsoon climate. So it is dominated by monsoon climate. Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The monsoon brings rain from mid-June to mid-September. So till last month. Now it's October, right? So June to September. The summers are hot and the winters are cool. We know monsoon climate. Summers are hot and winters are cool. Look at the map of India. Find out the states in which a Ganga Brahmaputra basin lies. So we'll do this assignment in a separate session where we will see Ganga and Brahmaputra tributaries along with the states those are passing through. The basin area has varied topography. The environment plays a dominant role in distribution of population. The mountain areas with the steep slopes have a inhospitable terrain. Therefore, less number of people live in mountain areas of Ganga Brahmaputra plain or basin. The plain area contains the most suitable land for human habitation. The soil is fertile. Agriculture is main occupation of the people where flat land is available to grow crops. The density of population of a plain is very high. The main crop is paddy. Since cultivation of paddy requires sufficient water, it is grown in the area where the amount of rainfall is high. So mostly they are cultivating paddy. Okay. So I just read how it will be. So in this mountains are also there, but human settlement is less. Whereas plains, because of fertile soil where we can grow the crops, people settlement is high, and mostly they grow paddy in the high rainfall areas because paddy requires high water content. So if you see others, wheat, maize, sorghum, gram and millets are the other crops that are grown. Cash crops like sugar cane and jute are also grown. Banana plantation are seen in some areas of the plain. In West Bengal and Assam, tea is grown in plantation. West Bengal and Assam, we have a tea plantation. Silk is produced through cultivation of silkworms in the Bihar and Assam. So in Bihar and Assam already tea we have seen the grown up plantation, tea plantation. Along with that, silk also. In Bihar also silk is there. In mountains and hills where the slopes are gentle, crops are grown in terrace. We have already seen terrace farming. So in mountains they will do terrace farming. The vegetation cover of the area varies according to the type of landform. In the Ganga and Brahmaputra plains, tropical deciduous trees grown. So Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, we can see deciduous trees. Along with the teak, sal and peepal, the bamboo grows are common in the Brahmaputra plain. So what are the trees growing there? Teak, sal and peepal. Along with bamboo grows also. So the delta area is covered with mangrove forest. In delta we have mangroves. In the parts of Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous trees like pine, deodar and fir can be seen because the climate is cool and the slopes are steep. Wherever the steep slope and a cold climate is there, we can see deodar, pine and fir trees. Okay, that is seen in Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and all. Okay, those are coniferous trees. There is variety of wildlife in basin. Elephants, tigers, deer, monkeys are common. The one-horned unicorn or rhinoceros is found in the Brahmaputra plain. This is important question. One-horned rhinoceros is found in Brahmaputra basin. In the delta area, Bengal tiger and crocodile are found. Aquatic life abounds in the fresh river water, the lakes and the Bay of Bengal Sea. The most popular variety of the fish are the rohu, katla, ilsa. These are popular fish types. Rohu, katla and hilsa. Fish and rice is the staple diet of a people living in this area. So lake, a source of livelihood. Binod is a fisherman living in Mathwali, Mound village of Bihar. He is a happy man today with the effort of the fellow fishermen Ravinder, Kishore, Rajiv and others. He cleaned the Mound or the Oxbow lake to cultivate different varieties of fish. The local weed, Valinaria hydrilla, that grows in the lake is food of a fish. What is the food? Valinaria hydrilla. The land around the lake is fertile. He sows crops such as paddy, maize and pulses. In these fields, the buffalo is used to plow the land. The community is satisfied. There is enough fish catch from the river, enough fish to eat and enough fish to sell in the market. They have even begun supply to the neighboring town. The community is living in harmony with nature as long as the pollutants from a nearby town do not find their way into the lake water. The fish cultivation will not face any threat. So if you can adjust to environment, adopt to environment and then cultivate, it is peaceful life is what? is a conclusion from this story. So do you know, in the fresh water of river Ganga and river Brahmaputra, a variety of dolphin, locally called susu, also called the blind dolphin, is found. The presence of susu is an indication of a health of a river. The untreated industrial and urban waste with high amount of chemical are killing the species. Susu is an indicator species. If this is killing, that means the river is getting polluted. Okay, susu is found in Ganga Brahmaputra river basin. So do you know, to accelerate the effort to achieve universal sanitation coverage and to put force on sanitation, the Prime Minister of India launched Swachh Bharat mission on 2nd October 2014, and today it's 2nd October 2014 Gandhi Jayanti, 2024 Gandhi Jayanti. It's been 10 years of Swachh Bharat mission. So yeah, very rarely we coincide with the dates, and today is such one good date, October 2nd 2024, after 10 years, right? The Ganga Brahmaputra plain has several big towns and cities. The cities of Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, Patna and Kolkata, all with a population of more than 10 lakhs, are located along the river Ganga. The wastewater from these towns and industries is discharged into the rivers. This leads to the pollution of rivers. Then it might kill dolphins. Then yeah, these are the problems, right? So cities are Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi and Lucknow, Patna. Okay. To conserve the river Ganga, Namami Ganga program has been initiated. Namami Ganga. Okay. All the four ways of transport are well developed in Ganga Brahmaputra basin. In the plain areas, the roadways and railways transport the people from one place to another. The waterways is an effective means of transport, particularly along the rivers. Kolkata is an important port on the river Hooghly. So Kolkata is on river Hooghly. The plain area also has a large number of airports. So all four transportation modes are there. Tourism is another important activity of a basin. Taj Mahal on the banks of river Yamuna in Agra, Allahabad on the confluence of river Ganga and Yamuna, Buddhist stupa in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Lucknow with its Imambara, Assam with Kaziranga and Manas with wildlife sanctuaries, and Arunachal Pradesh with distinct tribal culture and some of the places worth to visit. So if you are planning to visit Ganga Brahmaputra basin, you note down this: Taj Mahal, Allahabad, Yamuna river. Then we have Buddhist stupa, so Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Lucknow with its Imambara, see this Imambaram, Assam, Kaziranga National Park and Manas, and tribal culture, Arunachal Pradesh. So to visit also you can see, for exam point of view also it is important. This is all about today's chapter. We just saw Amazon basin, climate, vegetation, population, what they eat, how they live, agricultural crops, and also Ganga Brahmaputra basin. That's all for today. We'll see. Toucans are type of, so it's a question for you. Please comment below. Manioc is a staple food of Manioc. It's a Amazon, right? Kolkata is located on Hooghly. Deodorant are coniferous. Bengal tiger, delta area. So this is the assignment for you. Toucans, if they are given here, and it is important for you as well. Toucans are type of, okay, and don't forget about the other point, manioc. Okay, manioc is a staple food. That's all for today. Have a good day.